Hi everybody, if you follow my previous video of the tier list, I use AI to try to predict the best characters in Borderlands 4. But in this video, I'm going to do something different. I spent quite some time with AI to try to create a very powerful build for Harlowe. Now, although we don't have like a single website that takes all the content that's available in all the best minds of Borderlands theory crafters, and taking all the possible combination and synergies into account and give you something like that on the fly. I mean, specifically, but still, we can use other AIs that can do that, again, if you just give them a bit of guidance. Sometimes even you can use several AIs and even combine the results and just give it to one AI, all the results, and continue from there. It doesn't take a lot of time. Sometimes, again, you need to make sure that the AI doesn't make mistakes. Sometimes it does, so you need to correct it. And for me, the most important thing is just bring the entire skill tree correctly, because, again, if you bring a wrong skill tree and something is wrong there, everything will just fall apart. But just putting a disclaimer in place, again, AI can make mistakes. So you might find mistakes, but again, it is what it is. I also asked AI to do some min-maxing as well. Alright, so let's go over the build that AI generated for me, again taking lots of things into account. So this build is supposed to be a masterclass in synergy that transforms Harlowe into kind of gut tier support and damage dealer. It focuses on a powerful interaction that allows for near 100% uptime, one of our strongest team buffs in the game. This build uses built upon the Cosmic Brilliance, the green one, green tree's capstone, and a key cryo mechanic to achieve the state of perpetual power. So the entire build hinges on the relationship between two specific skills, I should say. The first is the Cosmic Brilliance capstone, group study that activates Halo sidekicks that grant you and your allies massive buffs to gun damage plus 25%, fire rate plus 20%, and reload speed plus 30%. Now, the intended drawback is that these buffs cause your action skill duration to drain much faster. This is where the second skill, Absolute Zero, comes in. This is a tier 3 skill from the same tree, that pauses your action skill duration time for 0.8 seconds for every enemy you freeze, generating a 0-point stack. So by combining the overwhelming power of group study with the temporal control of Absolute Zero, and then heavily investing in cryo enhancing skills from the Seize the Day, which is the blue tree, you can freeze enemies so frequently that the duration drain from your buffs become completely irrelevant. So the Cosmic Brilliance tree is the heart of the build. It provides the action skill, Flux Generator, and the game-changing buff Group Study, and the unique mechanic Absolute Zero that makes the strategy possible, and the augment that enhances it all. So the key skills in the tree. First of all, Coronal Mass Ejection. It's an augment, which actually there were several options, and I decided based on, talking with the AI, brainstorming, to choose that one, because I think this is a perfect augment for the build. It causes your Flux Generator to remove all enemy resistances and grants you a plus 100% status effect chance while you are inside its radius. This makes your cryo weapons incredibly reliable at freezing targets, especially shielded ones, ensuring you activate Absolute Zero on demand. The second one is Group Study. This is a capstone. This is the ultimate payoffs while your Flux Generator is active. You and your allies gain a phenomenal boost to your combat effectiveness. This skill is what makes the build very, very powerful. The third one is Absolute Zero at the tier 3. This allows you to stack up to 5 0-point stacks. Since each stack pauses your action skill duration for 0.8 seconds, 5 stacks result in a 4-second complete pause on the timer. The next one is Hit That. This is a tier 2 one. This is a crucial skill that increases your cryo efficiency by 10%, making all your cryo sources more effective at freezing enemies. Next one is Excited State, a tier 4, causing your Flux Generator to hit an enemy, making your next shot a guaranteed critical hit, which is of course invulnerable for applying status effects. The next one is Distribution Function, tier 5. Your Flux Generator's damage restore shields to allies, constantly topping off your overshield to power other skills. In section 2, we have the control system Seize of the Day. This is the blue tree to make Absolute Zero work reliably. we need to be kind of a master of freezing. So the Seize of the Day tree is the perfect secondary tree, offering a suite of skill that dramatically increases your cryo efficiency and action skill uptime. So here we have the 2 colon for Schoolant, tier 3, which increases your action skill cooldown rate by 7%. Whether you deal cryo damage with cryo weapon, this buff is always active. Cryo Dynamics, another tier 3 one. This is a flat plus 7% boost to cryo damage, making your weapon more effective. Unstable Eyes Autop, I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyway, tier 4, another plus 7% cryo damage boost for all resources, all sources, stacking with cryo dynamics. The next one is Eat Sync in tier 5, a powerful skill that grants plus 9% cooldown rate whenever you successfully freeze an enemy, directly rewarding you for using build's core mechanic. The next one is Flash Freeze, tier 5. This gives your Flux Generator a 30% chance to instantly freeze enemies it damages. So in terms of leveling, so what you see there in phase 1, this is the foundation and augmentation. So in this phase, you establish a solid base in Cosmic Brilliance 3, rushing to absolute 0 to get the build's core mechanic online as early as possible, picking up our key augment along the way. In phase 2, again, phase 1 is between level 2 and 19, phase 2 is between 20 and 48. This is again mastering the cold. With the duration pause mechanic secured, we pivot to the Seize of the Day tree. This phase is focused on acquiring all the cryo enhancing skill needed to ensure we can freeze any enemy and keep our action skill cooldown incredibly short. In phase 3, this is 49 and above, with our freezing capability maxed out. We return to the Cosmic Brilliance tree for the final push. The goal is to invest enough points to unlock the group study capstone, which will complete the build and unleash its full potential. Now for the gameplay loop and execution, first of all, you start every fight by throwing your Flux Generator into a large group of enemies. This activates group study and creates your power up zone. Second, freeze. Step inside the Flux Generator radius to gain the plus 100% status effect chance from Coronal Mass Ejection, and immediately open fire on enemies with the fast firing cryo weapon. So again, cryo weapon, something you should focus on as well. Every shot will have a very high chance to freeze, even against shielded or resistant enemies. Third is sustain. As you freeze enemies, you will see 0 point stacks appear. Your primary goal is to keep 5 stacks active. As long as you are constantly freezing enemies, your action skill duration timer will be permanently paused, giving you infinite uptime on the group study buffs. And the last one, fourth, is dominate. With your buffs active, you and your team will have overwhelming firepower. Use the massive reload speed bonus to maintain constant pressure. Your cooldown will be so fast that even if your Flux Generation is destroyed, you can deploy a new one almost immediately. So yeah, this was generated by AI to give you a build to use the Flux Generator, great uptime and other buffs with great synergies. Again, keep in mind there might have mistakes and maybe some things that you can actually even improve it. But again, was generated by AI, so I wonder what your thoughts about this build and whether the AI actually got it right. Maybe it's just a good starting point as well. Let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.